And is that woman wearing like a bra in public? All right, start for another one. This is the downhill part of the whole thing. But while you're up here, you get a nice view. You definitely get a nice view of everything. Oh, there's those scooters. Oh, that's a manual scooter. I think that was... straight. Just straight. Follow this road. God. I must... Maybe I should work here. I should get paid. I should get paid for all the stuff that I do here. Anyways, you know, yesterday when I was here and we were going back home and I was with my oldest, 2 kids were riding their skateboards down here. One actually went down and then his skateboard went a little bit faster than he did. He jumped off of it and the skateboard started going in the middle of the road. Oh my goodness. I was like thinking, God, was I ever that stupid when I was young? Maybe I was. But anyways, this is a long walk. At least it's easier. You know what? Now that I'm a little sore from walking, and I'm wondering why my upper part of my butt is sore, and I think I know why. It's from walking down. I mean, there's some resistance, and I could feel it being sore. I could see where it's hitting my butt. Oh, geez. Anyways, good exercise for me. Good exercise. Wonderful exercise for me. So I shouldn't complain. And plus I'm trying to keep this gimbal still so it doesn't bob up and down. So that makes it a little interesting. Yeah, that makes it real interesting. My ankles are still a little sore. The muscles around my ankle isn't sore, it's the muscles around the ankles that are sore. And my shins and the lower part of my calves, they're sore. I guess I don't use those muscles, so it's kind of really sore. And plus I also stopped taking creatine, so it's actually been a whole month, so it should be out of my system, and I think I can feel the difference because my muscles are really cramping just doing simple things. They're getting sore easily. So they're getting sore real easily. I noticed. And I feel like I'm not that I'm low on energy, but I feel tired. Like, man, I don't know what it is, if it's traveling or just me being out and about on vacation. But when I go back home to my mom's house, man, I am out. I feel tired. When I sleep, I sleep like a brick wall, I'm telling you. All right. Maybe I should take a tram ride up, walk it back down, take the tram ride back up. That's what that lady is doing, or unless she's waiting for the bus. That's so weird. Why would she walk all the way down there and then sit where the tram ride is gonna pick her up to go back up? Huh. There's those scooters. You see them everywhere. You know, last year when I came here, no, was it? Oh, 2 years ago, I think, I never saw any of these scooters. Now they're here everywhere. It's a bird scooter. Now I see them everywhere around here. Right there's the subway, so, which I've never ridden. I don't like the idea of riding a subway in LA at all. And is that woman wearing like a bra in public? So anyways, I think she was wearing a bra in public. I'm pretty sure that was a bra. You know, if it wasn't a bra, I don't know what it was, but it seemed like a bra. All right, so there we go. Metro rail. A little backwards view. There's the 101. The 101 on this way. So those are the Hollywood Hills. We're in part of North Hollywood, or Universal City, however you want to think of it. Subway or metro station, or however you want to think about it. I don't know what we're gonna do when we go back to Houston. This is actually very dry. It's not as humid, and it's like in the 70s, and I'm starting to feel hot. I can't imagine when I go back into Houston, where I know it's gonna be very humid, and it's like in the 90s now. Oh goodness, it's gonna take a while for me to get reacclimated back to Houston weather, but I'm pretty sure riding my bike, going into the pool is gonna help with that. Pretty positive. You know, the gimbal really makes a huge difference in my opinion. The gimbal really does make a huge difference in the stabilization of the camera. I looked at different footages, one with the gimbal and then one without the gimbal. And one without the gimbal, even though I'm trying to hold it really still, and it's the phone is set to like stabilization, it kind of stabilizes on its own. Not really well, but it's still pretty shaky. And then when I use the gimbal works really well. I mean, I'm like amazed how the gimbal works. It's just like night and day. You can probably even see it right now. So I might start using the gimbal. The thing is, it's kind of an awkward thing to carry around and transport, so I don't try to use it too often, but I guess it works. It's better than getting a headache, I guess. I would say so. All right. Oh my God, that guy's smoking. Man, you know, I haven't smoked any cigarettes. I used to be a smoker, cigarette smoker. And man, now that I quit and I do not smoke, I mean, I haven't smoked in, I don't know, it's been a long time. Man, I can literally feel the effects on me from secondhand smoke. You know, I mean, when you smoke all the time, you probably don't notice what's happening to you. But now that I don't smoke and I smell secondhand smoke, oh my God, I could feel like, that guy's on a one wheel over there. That guy's one wheeling. All right. I guess one wheels are being really popular. Scooters, electric bikes, one wheels, Teslas, and electric vehicles. Wow, I guess we're living in the future. We're living in the future in which we don't understand. So, anyways, I can only imagine what new things are going to happen. It also kind of concerns me. I see patterns of, like, I wouldn't say advancements in humanities, in human evolution, quote unquote, or even in technology. But when I see things changing from what I, grew up, and I'm witnessing all these changes, I know that this sounds silly, but for every advancement, right? For every time we, I think, as society advance, there's also another force that causes I don't know how to say it. It's unadvancement. How do you say unadvancement? But I feel like also that war is looming, because we're seeing a huge separation of people who have great things and people who don't. People who have wealth and people who don't. People who have the technology and people who don't. People who have great quality of life and people who don't. I mean, it's getting greater and greater, and the scale seems to be tipped in one place. Eventually, when it tips over into one area or one side too much, it will flip. And so that's my concern. I mean, I'm happy to see all these great things happen in this world. I think we're living in, I thought about this, and I do think we're living the present time. Whenever you watch this, I think we're living in a very peaceful time, considering all that's happened and all that is happening. We're living in a very peaceful time. People are being fed. maybe not all over the world, but definitely in America, you know, that concerns me when there's so much abundance and we're all complacent about everything. It really concerns me, because that's when it sneaks up on you. That's when it sneaks up on you. When you least expect it, when you least likely are expecting this kind of drastic change in your life, it happens like all of a sudden. So, and I look at all the things happening in, like, you know, Europe, for example. So like all the things that are happening in like Europe and Asia, the trade war, I mean, this is just the beginning, I think. You're gonna start seeing countries and nations and, you know, areas start being competitive, and they're starting to think for themselves, and I think there's a sense that eventually there is going to be a shakeup. At some point, somebody is going to crack, right? And they're going to crack, and there will be people who will take from others eventually. I do believe that. There's very tensions all over the world. I don't know how we're going to, when I say we, I mean people all over the world, how it's going to be handled. But usually war. And I do believe, you know, war may be, some people think war is senseless, but I think it does serve a purpose. That's why it exists. War resolves disputes very well, and unfortunately it does it at a cost of human life, but it does eventually resolve disputes better than any way that we're doing right now. Now, war is usually the last resort, but eventually at the end of the war, most disputes are resolved to the point where you're not going to go to war anymore. Most of it. Anyways, I'm at 13 minutes here. Let's have a look at the LA River. It's more like an LA sewer. That right there, that water has been coming out all the time. I don't know what it is. It just keeps coming out. That's a waste of water, whoever's running water. But I'm at the LA River. Anyways, maybe I'll do another video. Let me see. Oh, that guy's just a little rampant right there. Whoever was driving that car. I don't feel safe. Sometimes they're on this road here. People come out from the freeway and they drive really fast, and they're not slowing down. Anyways, it's almost time for another video here. I'll probably have to cut out. Man, I'm loving this gimbal. This gimbal does come in handy. I still use it. Because my Insta360 ONEs are charging up, so got to compensate for a camera device. When I was younger, I was trying to buy a car here. We drove it down this road, and on the way back on this road, the car stalled and died on me. So much for that test drive. And ever since then, I never came back here to buy a car. Oh goodness. All right. As soon as I get in some shade, I'm gonna go ahead and start another video here. Hopefully you enjoy it. Another walk along here, similar to a drive along, but I'm walking. I hope you like the gimbal. This gimbal is awesome. Oh man, early summer here in Los Angeles here. Ooh. All right, I need to start over again. See you on the next video. Bye.